Ito ang IWRR, International Web Radyo Rapido. Himpilang may tapang, may puso't malasakit, serbisyo sa bayan. IWRR, umapay bulong worldwide via live streaming, Facebook Live, at maging sa YouTube. IWRR, International Web Radyo Rapido. Ang studio at opisina ay nasa Barangay Bantayan, malapit sa Barangay Hall, Mangaldan, Pangasinan. IWRR, International Web Radyo Rapido. Inihahandog sa inyo ng IWRR ang programang bubusog sa inyo ng iba't ibang paksa, kasabay ng mga pampagising na musika. May init na saloobin sa iba't ibang usapin. Tuwing alas 7 ng umaga, sabay-sabay nating pagsaluhan ang palatuntunang Almusal, Alituntunin, Musika't Saloobin. Kasama si Rapido Ronel de Vera. Dito lamang sa IWRR, International Web Radyo Rapido.
Yes, magandang umaga po. Naimbag bigat kada kayo amin dito in Northern Luzon. Dito'y probinsya ti Pangasinan, Masantos, Kabuasan, si kayo namin Jadloyag tayon Pangasinan. At today is Thursday, January 19, 2023. Ang the good news ay based on Peter 2 hanggang 18 to 19 na paragraph. Ano po? For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh. Through much wantonness, those that were clean escape from them who live in error. Sapagkat sa pananalita ng mga kapalaluan na walang kabuluhan, ay umaakit sila sa masasamang pita ng laman, sa pamamagitan ng kalibugan, doon sa nagsisitakas sa nangangamuhay sa kamalian. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. For whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought in bondage, na pinangakuan ng kalayaan samantalang sila'y mga alipin ng kabulukan, sapagkat ang nadaig ninuman ay naging alipin din naman niyaon. Ayun po yung good news. Hatid sa iyo ng ating kaibigan si Munting Isko, Pastor Monty Mayor. Ang National Privacy Commission in PC ay dinismiss po yung kasong hinihabla laban sa Commission on Election at its election software partner Smartmatic over data privacy violations. According to the COMELEC in a statement on Sunday, the National Privacy Commission through a decision dated September 22 found the two not liable for concealment of security breaches involving sensitive personal information under Section 30 of the Data Privacy Act. The Complaints and Investigation Division, CID, alleged that the personal data breaches in the servers of Sorbiforms and Smartmatic involved first, Sorbiforms, and second, overseas voters list. Sinabi po ng NPC, National Privacy Commission. At however, upon investigation, it was found out that COMELEC and Smartmatic are not liable for concealment of security breaches involving sensitive personal information under Section 30 of the Data Privacy Act. Tulpo Bill wants to amend holiday economics law to allow long weekends. According to the NPC, violation of Section 30 requires that first, a personal data breach occurred. Second, the breach requires notification to the PC. And third, the person knowingly conceals the fact of such breach from the NPC, National Privacy Commission. The alleged concealed security breach must also require mandatory breach notification under Section 20 of the DPA, Data Privacy Act. However, the National Privacy Commission found that while there was indeed a breach, It did not involve sensitive personal information or information that may be used to enable identity fraud. The unauthorized acquisition is not likely to give rise to a real risk of serious harm, it said. Thus, the breach in the servers does not require mandatory breach notification to the National Privacy Commission. And since the Comelec and Smartmatic do not have an obligation to notify the National Privacy Commission of the breach under Section 20, Paragraph F of the Data Privacy Act, both may not be held liable for violation of Section 30 of the DPA. Overseas voters list, meanwhile, the National Privacy Commission also said that it was not sufficiently proved that the list containing the personal data of at least 139,100 individuals came from a breach of Smartmatic and Comelec servers. Apart from this, the list contains data fields for height and weight, which Comelec does not collect in any of its forms or for voter registration. Thus, the National Privacy Commission concluded that no breach occurred in Smartmatic servers concerning the overseas voters list. CID was not able to provide substantial evidence that directly links the alleged breach in Smartmatic servers to Comelec servers or system. Thus, Comelec may not be held for violation of Section 30 of the Privacy Act in relation to the overseas voters list. Ayan. So, wala pong breach doon sa Privacy Act, doon sa servers ng Smartmatic on the list of overseas voters. Ayan. Yung outbreak po ng bird flu dito sa Luzon, coupled with the high cost of feeds, has been blamed for the shortage of eggs that causes prices to soar. The bird flu led to the culling of 7 million chickens, drastically cutting egg production, the Philippine Egg Board Commission. In an interview, the Manila Times Batangas Egg Producers Association, President Dr. Jesus Medina admitted that egg production and prices were affected by the avian influenza outbreak. There is shortage of eggs because of bird flu. The egg production has fallen so much in the entire Philippines. Here in Batangas, there is no problem of bird flu. There was an outbreak in an eco farm involving ducks, but it was contained already, according to Medina. Medina said that consumers should not blame the egg producers for the spike in prices, seeing the farm gate price of eggs in the province range between 6.90 and 7 pesos per piece. However, based on the monitoring of the Department of Agriculture, the retail price of eggs in the wheat markets in Metro Manila range between 8 pesos and 9 pesos. I already appealed to our members not to increase the farm gate prices of eggs if they are earning already that's enough so as not to affect the consumers. We know that eggs are part of the breakfast of every household. He added that traders should also limit the retail prices of eggs. If the farm gate price that we have is around 6.90 to 7 pesos per piece, the 9 peso per piece is too much. The producers are not earning that much, but they are selling at higher prices. He also appealed to the government to help address the increasing prices of feeds. The price of feeds is causing the increase in the production cost. The Philippine Egg Board Chairman Gregorio Sandiego said that many egg producers stopped their operations even before the outbreak of avian flu. Prior to the bird flu in 2021, many broiler producers shifted to chicken layers since they felt they had no competitors as eggs cannot be imported. The Department of Agriculture failed to regulate the numbers of ventured into the egg industry. In the fourth quarter of 2021, many egg producers suffered losses because of the high cost of feeds and low prices of eggs. Many small and medium egg producers stopped their operation while big companies decided to decrease their production and volume. Last year, adenovirus affected us, and then later, the bird flu. Millions of chickens were culled in central Luzon, Sandiego added. The egg producers who stopped their operations are having second thoughts of resuming their business because of the uncertainties brought by the bird flu outbreak. The layer industry was hard hit. The bird flu started with ducks and it spread to the layers. those who depopulated don't want to invest again as they are afraid that their chickens will be affected. Those involved in egg production really decline as you need big capital to start this business. Our feed for layers used to be around 20 pesos per kilo, but now it's 34. We spend at least 5 daily for a chicken layer. This does not include the electricity and labor costs, he said. Even the prices of yellow corn, a major ingredient for feeds, increased to 25 pesos per kilo from 14 per kilo. San Diego added. Ayan. So, yan po. Kung bakit nakakaroon ng pagtaas ng presyo ng bilihin sa itlog. Ano po, yan pa naman po ang isang prime commodity ng ating mga kababayan dahil yan po ang palaging niluluto. Kahit ako rin sa breakfast ay talagang yan ang aking niluluto pag breakfast. Magbabalik po ang almusal pagkatapos po ng ilang love song.
In a world that is drastically changing and full of uncertainties, here is Iridanos Avellino Business Partners, an ally that you can rely on. We offer protection, health plan, savings, investments, and retirement plan as we fulfill our mission to help people plan and achieve their financial goals in life. Because today, planning makes your dreams come true. For inquiries, you may contact us at 0950-5021812 or at 075-202-5307. Iridanos Avellino Business Partners. Insular Life in Life. Iridanos Avellino Business Partners, a legitimate partner of Insular Life, the first and largest Filipino life insurance company here in the Philippines since 1910. Iridanos Avellino Business Partners with the GA President Ricky Avellino, an ally you can trust.
Ang elektrisidad ay kaagapay sa pag-unlad ng buhay. Maging wais sa pagkonsumo sa kuryente. Hugutin sa saksakan ang mga hindi ginagamit na appliances. Iwasang mag-overload ang mga aparatong dekuryente nang hindi magkasakuna. Paalala mula sa Central Pangasinan Electric Cooperative o CENPELCO sa pamumuno ni Engineer Rod Corpus.
Wow, Han! Buhay pa pala itong Marigold Bookstore.
Oo nga, no? Ang tagal kasi nating di nakapagbakasyon dito sa Pilipinas, Han.
Pero tanda ko pa, Han, na dito tayo madalas mamili ng gamit pang eskwela natin noon.
Akalain mo, nakapagtapos tayo sa pag-aaral na naging kaagapay natin ang murang presyo ng Marigold Bookstore, Han, at bahagi ng ating tagumpay ang Marigold Bookstore.
Alam mo ba, mula elementarya hanggang makatapos ako sa kolehiyo, dito binili ng nanay ko ang mga gamit ko noon. Kasi, mura na, di kalidad pa.
Halika na sa lubahan at makabili nga ng gamit ng mga pamangkin natin. Marigold Bookstore. Mula noon hanggang ngayon, presyo'y swak sa budget.
Musika't Agno Valley College provides high-quality education with low tuition and miscellaneous fees. Musika't Agno Valley College offers BS Criminology, BS Accountancy, BS Management Accounting, BS Accounting Information System, BS Secondary Education, and BS Elementary Education. Musika't Agno Valley College also offers preschool, elementary, junior high school, and senior high school. Musika't Agno Valley College with air-conditioned rooms, state-of-the-art facilities, advanced technical vocational facilities, wide school premises, and RFID attendance system. Enroll now at Musika't Agno Valley College, located at Bonifacio Street, Musika't, Pangasinan. Musika't Agno Valley College with headed School President Engineer J.V. De Guzman. Musika't Agno Valley College. We value education. We value our learners. Musika't Agno Valley College.
Paano ang iyong pangako kung ikaw ay malayo? Sana'y di ka magbago. Heto na naman, kailangan mong lumisan. tanga, naghihintay lang ba ako sa wala? Nandyan pa bang iyong nadarama? Meron pa ba o meron ka ng iba? Tayong dalawa, tayong
Magbabalik po ang programang Almusal, Alituntunin, Musika't Saloobin. At masayang-masaya po itong si Nobel winner Maria Risa doon sa asuntong tax evasion laban sa kanya dahil itong si Filipino journalist Maria Risa, one of the winners of the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize and Rappler Chief Executive Officer, speaks to the media after a court decision at the Court of Tax Appeals in Quezon City, Philippines Wednesday, January 18, 2023. The tax court on Wednesday declared Risa and her online news company of tax evasion charges, she said, were part of a slew of legal cases used by former President Rodrigo Duterte to muzzle critical reporting. Ayun. At to prevent critical reporting or to stop critical reporting. One of 10 Filipino journalists, Maria Risa, one of the winners of the 2021 Nobel Peace Prize, ay talagang naabsulto dito sa 4 na kasong tax evasion. The Court of Tax Appeals ruled that prosecutors failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Risa and Rappler Holdings Corporation evaded tax payments in 4 instances after raising capital through partnerships with 2 foreign investors. The acquittal of the accused is based on the findings of the court that respondents did not commit the crime charge, the court said in its decision. Rappler welcomed the ruling as a triumph of facts over politics. We thank the court for this just decision and for recognizing that the fraudulent, false, and flimsy charges made by the Bureau of Internal Revenue do not have any basis in fact, Rappler said in a statement. An adverse decision would have had far-reaching repercussions on both the press and the capital markets. Today, facts win, truth wins, justice wins, Risa said after the verdict was announced, fighting back tears. This acquittal, even if took a long time, is not just for Rappler, it is for every Filipino who has ever been unjustly accused. British human rights lawyers Amal Clooney and Colpion Gallagher welcomed the court's decision on behalf of Risa's international legal team, calling the charges political and an attempt to silence a journalist. Clooney said Risa had a 30-year sentence hanging over her head for 4 years while the court considered the spurious charges. But today, we see justice being done, we see judges drawing a line, we see freedom being upheld. In a statement, Clooney said, "May this be the beginning of a new chapter in the Philippines in which journalists are safe, speech is free, democracy is secured, and the rule of law can prevail." Gallagher said Risa should never have been prosecuted. Now, the question is whether this is a one-off rare victory of justice and press freedom in the Philippines or a sign of wider change to come. She said, "The world is watching." Human Rights Watch said that the tax charges against Duterte's rule were bogus and politically motivated, and that the acquittal of Risa and Rappler is a victory for press freedom in the Philippines. Risa won the Nobel Peace Prize with Russian journalist Dmitry Muratov in 2021 for fighting for the survival of their new organizations, defying government efforts to shut them. They were honored for their efforts to safeguard freedom of expression, which is a precondition for democracy and lasting peace. Mayroon pa rin nakabinbin mga kaso si Maria Risa doon sa Regional Trial Court dyan sa Manila about cyber libel cases. Ayan, palagi po tayong nakaka-receive ng mga notices sa cellphone na tayo daw ay mag-register doon sa ating SIM card. I-register na po ang SIM card dahil hanggang this year na lang ata, hanggang September or I do not, wala pang yung final na decisions nila kung hanggang kailan ang registration ng SIM card registration. Kaya't ino-urge i-encourage itong mga local government units na mag-put up ng off-site SIM registration. Si Camarines Sur Representative Luis Raymond Villapuerte supported a government plan to set up subscribers identity module SIM registration centers in areas with limited internet access, and has asked local government units to assist in the establishment of queues in their respective jurisdiction in support of public-private efforts to meet the deadline for signing up an estimated 168 million SIM numbers for cellular phone owners in the country. However, this number of registrants is just over 12% of the projected 168 million SIM cards in the country. So unless the registration process is switched to overdrive from here on, the public telecommunication entities, along with the Department of Information and Communications Technology and the National Telecommunications Commission, might not have enough time to complete the registration process on or before the deadline set by the same Registration Act, Villapuerte said on Wednesday. Villapuerte was referring to Republic Act 11394, of which he was one of the key authors, which requires the mandatory registration of all cellular phone owners in the country beginning December 27, 2022. He made the plea to local leaders during the opening of the government's first off-site registration facility in Masantol, Pampanga. Republic Act 11394 urges all SIM card owners to register the SIM numbers by April 26, or is having their phone numbers deactivated automatically by their public communications companies or service providers. So hanggang April 26 pa yung registration 2023 At with the mandatory SIM registration, all cell phone subscribers will be better protected against the plethora of phone-based scams like smishing. More so now that the digital tricksters have managed to hack more personal information from their victims, including the actual names of the cell phones users they intend to swindle. As of the morning of January 18, the National Telecommunication Commission website indicated that 21.12 million SIM cards had already been registered this week. So far, 10,386,685 SIM cards were owners have signed up with Smart Communications, with 8,963,101 with Globe Telecom Incorporated and 1,779,139 with Dito Telecommunity Corporation. The DITC and NTC should be 100% confident that by the time our cell phone owners have registered the same numbers, the would-be national database of SIM data is truly foolproof against attacks from devious local and foreign groups that hide behind the cloak of anonymity in perpetrating crimes with the use of cell phones. These agencies must bear in mind that they will be dealing here with private and sensitive data of would-be registrants that are stored in possibly as many as 168 million SIM cards. Ayun. Pabalik po ang almusal pagkatapos po ng ilang saglit.
Marigold Bookstore. Mga bata, baka hindi pa ninyo alam na ang Marigold Bookstore ay may sports supplies na rin. Yayahin mo na sila itay at inay para dito na bumili ng gamit sa paborito mong mga laro. Bukod kasi sa mga libro, papel, lapis, ballpen, kartulina, at iba pang gamit pang eskwela at pang opisina, ay makakabili ka na rin sa Marigold Bookstore ng iba't ibang klase ng pang sports tulad ng basketball, volleyball, baseball, ping-pong set, chessboard, boxing gloves, taekwondo gear, at iba pa. May mga modernong trophies din na para sa iba't ibang paligsahan. Kaya tara na at i-enjoy ang murang presyo ng mga dekalidad na supplies mula sa Marigold Bookstore. Matatagpuan sa downtown Dagupan City. Halina kayo para masubukan ang tatak Marigold Bookstore.
Hanap nyo ba machine shop na makakaagapin ninyo sa pangangalaga ng inyong mga sasakyan? Untalan Machine Works ang sagot yan. Para sa engine reconditioning, engineering works, electric welding, at diesel injection pump service, Untalan Machine Works ang bahala dyan. Matatagpuan sa MacArthur Highway, Nalsian, Calasiao, Pangasinan. Garantisadong serbisyo. Hatid sa inyo ng Untalan Machine Works. Hanapin si John Untalan o kaya'y tumawag sa telepono bilang 0931-218-2060. Untalan Machine Works!
Giây phút em gặp anh là em biết em si tình. Tình 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 tăng tăng tình tăng tình 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 tăng tăng.
Magpakailan pa man di ka mag-iisa. Sa hirap at ginhawa, ikaw ang kasama.
Lahat ng pangarap mo ay iyong matatamo. Sa iyong likuran, ako'y laging naririto.
Kahit isang saglit ay di kita pababayaan.
At habang buhay ka, aalagaan.
Magpakailan pa man, tanging ikaw lamang ang iibigin ko ng tapat. At ang pangako ko ay di maglaho.
kahapon po ay ipina-play natin, no? Ipinakita natin yung yung interview natin kay Attorney Julius Magno Sr. ng Confederation of Ilocano Association. At yung part 2 po ay papakita po natin mamaya ng konti. Ma'am Kathleen, paki-ready na lang po. Ito po yung Confederation of Ilocano Association as a non-governmental organization which was established and founded in 1970s. At nagkaroon na nga po ng mga pagbabago, reforms at changes. At saka modified na po yung mga purposes and objectives nito. And actually, they are now pursuing the social SOCDEM, no? Social democracy philosophy, which is being propagated by Attorney Julius Magno Sr. Panoorin po natin yung last part of the interview.
I used to coordinate with him at that time, and so it is not surprising that I am advocating the philosophy of Christianism, no? And which is the anchor of the Confederation of the Ilocano. I have to clear this because there were those who are not informed about me. No? In fact, they thought that I am a radical leftist, which is, to me, I will say erroneous, because while it is true that I was an activist, it is anchored in education. It is
Yes.
anchored on education.
And the product as it is was remarkable because those students, like us, students before, who were, in fact, for me, I was recruited and initiated by your father,
Yeah.
the great man here in your resident in Gigilonan, and of course, the product of this chassis of your philosophy has been very remarkable and productive because there were all chassis officers and members now in all over the world.
Yeah,
In members, and now you are now reaping your ang tawag dito, yung
The advantages.
the advantages of organizer, founder, being founder. You are now
Going
being invited, going worldwide, international, global, invited as guest of honorary speaker to their own organizations wherever they are.
Yeah.
in,
I would
foreign
like to
countries.
be clear on this.
Yes.
Why is it that the Confederation of Ilocano Association has gone
Mm.
worldwide?
Yes.
You see, the Ilocanos are noted for being industrious, and that industry or that industriousness has gone worldwide too. In fact, they have migrated
Yes.
to many places. But their heart and customs remains to be Filipino. And so I thought of organizing the various chapters abroad, and luckily, they believe on my advocacy, our advocacy, and so we have substantial chapters in
Yes.
so many areas, United States, and even in Europe, in Italy, no, in Rome. We have 5 chapters in Rome, 5 chapters, in Rome.
Sabi ni your son, Major Colonel Julius Magno, I was jokingly stating that they could not forget the Ilocano tradition, and especially the chassis Isay tradition, because the experience a lot of paddles.
Oh,
well, anyway, that's part of the.
yeah. I will say, when we organize this, because of the seriousness, seriousness, we have to recruit really those who are committed
Yes, of
towards
course.
development.
Yes.
Developmental advocacy must have to be tested also.
Yes.
So, during the 1973s, there are so many groups that you could no longer identify who are the real, I would say, nationalist inclined students. So we have advocated also what we call the test of advocating.
The taste of loyalty, the taste of being loyal to a group or to an organization.
Not only to a group, but on the principle that we are to promote, and that principle is to unify our entire country and people towards a common good.
Yes, and in fact, that loyalty has been manifested in the past election through the support and endorsement of PBBM. And what is now the status of Shasi with regards to the administration of PBBM?
Well, we have supported the advocacy of the past president, father, and then again the son. We are close during the time that he was not yet president. No, he was a political leader. He was also a student leader. No, the President Bongbong Marcos has always been serious and active in attending our occasions. It is not only the time that when he was campaigning. No, even before. No, about 10 years ago when he used to speak. In fact, even his son, Sando, which is again another young leader. Even Aimee, he used to be our speaker on the yearly conventions. You know, Aimee, an educated woman. We have been all together, and not because of politics, but because of what I would say common popular development directive or direction.
Yes, sir. And now, what is now your insight in today's new phase or new status of SI officers and members?
Most of our officers and even plain members have graduated from colleges, and they are now very much active not only in their respective regional work,
Even in politics,
in politics, yes, but most of them are also technocrats. Some of them entered the industry.
We consider them as one advocate of technocracy. No? And then others have also gone on as OFWs. And so therefore, we have a lot of organizations abroad and chapters abroad. And we are coordinating with other sectoral groups like the Visayas, Tagalog. In Hong Kong alone, we are unifying the Filipinos there. No? And for Taiwan, in Italy, which is commonplace, and even in the Middle East. For as long as you are a Filipino, whether you're an Ilocano or Tagalog or that, there is a common, I would say, binding philosophy that we are advocating. Promote and help each other, and let the Filipino ideology be the common denominator.
With this vast and exemplary leadership in the Confederation of Ilocano Associations, are you not contemplating of running into a public office?
Oh, I would say that, politics is a part of the development of an individual, Politics is a good sign of advancement. If you have a good way of appreciating the modes of a good politics, that will also be an advancement for the entire interest of our country, both economy, social aspect, and so that is the trend that we are always promoting. Engage in politics in order to develop the youth, encourage youth. And luckily, during the previous election, it so happened that one of our I would say celebrated brother Bongbong entered politics, and we were very much active on it. We have campaigned, and we are very, very happy that our countrymen has given him an opportunity to once again serve our country just like his father. But today we are observant. We are doing our best. We have restrained in approaching him because we know that there are so many supporters who are likewise aspiring to be helpful to the president, and we are giving way to them. Most likely, some of our active supporters are also in the private sector. For me, I am also in the education sector and very much desirous, but yet giving way to others. No, so time will come that we will soon have an occasion again with the president. In fact, we are holding a courtesy conference with him, being also a brother in the Confederation of Ilocano Association.
Do we expect one Attorney Julius Magno Sr. to be a candidate in 2025 national and local election?
Well, that is still on the table. That is still on the table.
How much? How much more? What's
There
the
are
name of the...
already leaders in Confederation of Ilocano Association who have intimated to run. And in the provincial as well as in the district-wide. And of course, they are enticing me once again to reconsider my position of silence as regards politics.
Any parting words to our brothers and sisters
Well, I do
in
hope
Samangin, Ilocano?
I do hope that not only the Ilocanos, but I would call on the populace, the Filipino populace, to be more discerning when it comes to politics. You must have the conviction to uphold the philosophy of clean and honest election. Otherwise, we will be swallowed. We will be swallowed by the very vices that you would like to correct. So, since we consider ourselves as ideologue, I do hope that we could stand really serious about it, have that principle to commit yourself towards the elimination of practices that will undermine clean and orderly election. Because clean and ordered election is the pillar of true democracy. Otherwise, you will not be a Democrat if you do not know really the essence of election. If you are going to sell your votes, then you are the one destroying the philosophy of democracy.
Yes, and with that said, thank you very much in behalf of the International Wave Radio Rapido with my partner and founding chairman, Alan Rapido Season. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for giving opportunity for me to speak for and in behalf of the Confederation of Ilocano Association and our continuing advocacy of good Filipino ideology.
Yes, good morning. Ito po ating panayam kay Atty. Julius Magno sa programang ALMUSAL, Alituntunin, Musika at Saloobin. Magandang umaga.
At yan po yung ating interview. At alam niyo po, itong mga Confederation of Ilocano Association, sa lahat po ng chapters ay talaga namang tatrabaho, gumagawa ng kanilang mga community development projects. At isa nga dito, itong Burgos Siasi, no? Burgos Confederation Ilocano Associations sa pamumuno ng sina Ronald Tilde, no? Sina Ronnie Bruto at Michael Bunyog ay nagsagawa ng isang distribution of school supplies sa mga daycare students, daycare pupils dyan sa Sapa, sa Pagrandi ng Burgos, Pangasinan. At mayroon po tayong picture dito. Ayan po. Sa kanilang abot makakaya ay talagang nagbibigay doon sa mga needed school materials ng mga daycare pupils dyan sa bayan ng Burgos. At mabuti po itong Angeles City, Pampanga, no? Local government unit ay nag-conduct ng surprise drug test. Ayon dito sa news story ni Frederick Silverio, yung City Government of Angeles in Pampanga noong Wednesday ay nagkaroon ng total of 176 government employees who underwent a surprise drug test initiated by Mayor Carmelo Lasatin Jr. on Saturday, January 14. This is in line with the aim of Mayor Lasatin to ensure that the City Hall workplace will be drug-free as part of his 8-point agenda during his inauguration speech for his second term. This initiative, Lasatin said, will reduce the demand for illegal drugs and at the same time promote drug-free workplace. Among the 176 employees include 144 traffic enforcers, workers and staff from Angeles City Traffic Development Office and 32 from the Public Transportation and Regulatory Office. According to Angeles City Anti-Drug Abuse Council, head by Richard Alan Saul. The surprise drug test was conducted on January 14 at the City Hall lobby as ordered by Mayor Lazatin. Those who will yield positive will undergo rehabilitation immediately. In 2022, the same program was also implemented where 141 employees from Angeles City Tourism Auxiliary and Gender Development Office underwent a surprise drug test. It can be recalled that it was under the watch of Lazatin that the Balay Silangan Reformation Center was established, which Lazatin said will be expanded in his second term. The Balay Silangan Reformation Center is a brainchild of former Director General Aaron Aquino of the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency to reform illegal drug offenders. Ayan, so I see Calagwas, Chief Advisor of Mayor Lazatin, said all employees will undergo surprise drug testing as ordered by the latter. Ano po, kumusta naman po yung mga LGU dito sa probinsya ng Pangasinan? Makakaroon po ba ng ganyan ding programa doon sa surprise drug testing ng mga empleyado or even yung mga private business establishment para naman ma-prevent natin yung drug abuse ng ating mga empleyado. Ayan, speaking of drug abuse, drug selling dito po sa Sampabian kagabi, itong sa pamumuno ni Police Major Michael Datuin at ang kanilang mga intel officers at police officers dyan, ay nagkaroon po ng isang bypass operation. Ay naku po, sa isang scholar ng bayan, no, ay estudyante ng Don Mariano State University dyan sa La Union, ay na-involved dito sa selling of shabu, no? Suspected shabu dyan sa bayan ng San Fabian, at nangiyak-ngiyak nga po yung estudyante dahil siguro sa kanyang experience ay first time niyang nagtulak dahil sa pangangailangan ng dagdag na pera sa kanyang pag-aaral, ay hindi po yan ang sagot sa ganilang problema. At meron po kayong magandang oportunidad. Kayo po ay qualified na scholar ng isang state university, ay dapat po ay ayusin nyo ang iyong pag-aaral. Hindi yung inyong mga hindi unnecessary pangangailangan sa isang college ay inyong i-involve inyong sarili sa paglalako or sa selling ng shabu or being connected with those people who are member of a syndicate in illegal drugs. So refrain, avoid from those activities, and concentrate on your studies. Yun nga ang sinabi ko sa kanya. Well, anyway, you have your lawyer, and your lawyer will attend to your reduction of sentence maybe, or you may plead guilty to a lesser offense in not selling or in possession para ikaw ay ma-qualify doon sa probation, which Ma'am Rowena de la Cruz, no, is the head of Provision and Parole and Provision Office in Dagupan City. Awa naman po yung estudyante, grabe. Mga ganyan po ang the presence of media, Department of Justice representative and barangay officials in the list of inventory lang, yung nakuha lang na mga illegal drugs or illegal weapons, kung meron man, sila lang ang mag-i-inventory doon. Wala nang iba doon sa how the person, the suspect was arrested, ay that would be a question for the defense or the prosecutor to pursue. Anyway, you're still innocent until proven beyond reasonable doubt. Good morning. Batiin po natin yung mga viewers natin. Good morning, Bro Guillermo Adonis Agbayani and yung kanyang mother na si Emilyn Dizon Agbayani na kararating lang from Canada also, no? Si Ma'am Risa Choduro Cesar sa Rosales, Ma'am Leslie de Guzman diyan sa Suyo, Ilocosur, no? At how are you, Brian? How is Ma'am Beth? Mama Beth, how are you? At marami pang iba. Of course, dyan sa Bayan ng Lawak, kumusta po dyan? Si Punong Barangay Nomel Gayo. Pare, kumusta ka? Kumusta Engineer Ronel Gayo? How is our 911 Lawak Alert? At magkakaroon daw ng bloodletting dyan sa Bayan ng Lawak on January 25. At itong 911 Lawak Alert naman ay talaga namang kinonvert itong Pangasinan Alert, Pangasinan 911 Alert ay ito pinapangunuhan at founded and established by Attorney Nelson Valdez Gayo and other officers dyan sa 911 Lawak Alert. Kayo po ay mag-donate ng dugo para sa emergency. Pag nangangailangan po yung komunidad, yung member ng ating pamilya ay mayroon po tayong huhugutin kaagad. Magandang umaga sa iyo, RSDB, I love you, and good morning to all of my friends dyan sa 1st District of the Province of Pangasinan, especially board member Bakay, no? Si Apple Di Guzman Bakay, dyan sa 1st District of the Province of Pangasinan. Good morning, Masantos siya kabusan at si kayo namin. As I am always saying, be in good health and be safe always. Salamat po sa pakikinig, panonood ng Almusal, Alituntunin, Musika't, Saloobin.
At makabuluhang Almusal, Alituntunin, Musika't, Saloobin. Hatid sa inyo ng IWRR, International Web Radio Rapido. Ito ang IWRR, International Web Radio Rapido. Himpilang may tapang, may puso't malasakit, serbisyo sa bayan. IWRR, umapay bulog worldwide via live streaming, Facebook Live, at maging sa YouTube. IWRR, International Web Radio Rapido. Ang studio at opisina ay nasa Barangay Bantayan, malapit sa Barangay Hall, Mangaldan, Pangasinan. IWRR, International Web Radio Rapido.